Hello, everyone, and welcome to Around Town. I'm Elizabeth Graff, and we're here at Green Acres on a beautiful sunny day. And there's a lot of kids out here that are playing golf. They're getting ready for a tournament. And to tell us more about it, I have Jack Dean with me. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you explain to me what is going on out here today?
What we're doing is we've started a Middle Georgia Junior Golf League, and it's part of the PGA Junior Golf League.
Mm-hmm.
It's through the PGA of America, and basically, to simplify it, it's Little League Baseball applied to golf.
Right.
So the kids, we have 4 teams. We have Green Acres 1 and Green Acres 2.
Mm-hmm.
We have Riverview 1.
Uh-huh.
Well, Riverview, they only have 1 team. And then we have the State Park in McRae.
Okay.
So we got 4 teams, and today we're conducting practice at Green Acres for Green Acres 1 and 2.
Okay. So who is coaching Green? Well, you're doing Green Acres, but who's coaching Riverview and McRae?
I'm coaching all 4 teams.
Are you kidding me? You are a busy guy.
So I am looking for some help. I do need an assistant coach, but right now I'm coaching all 4 teams.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hire somebody to help with practice. So because we got about 42 kids signed up right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what constitutes a team is you have to have 10 kids creates 1 team, and we had 42 kids, so we have 4 teams.
Oh, well, that's a lot.
And so, the teams will all play each other twice. It's just like Little League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So if Riverview's got a match against Green Acres 1, Riverview will come here, play Green Acres 1. It's a home game for Green Acres.
Okay, the home team.
The home team, and then Green Acres 1 will have to travel to Riverview.
Right.
And then it's a home game for Riverview.
Uh-huh.
So each team will play each other at least twice.
Right.
A home and an away game. So I got 4 teams right now, and hopefully I like to build this thing into maybe 8 teams.
Mm-hmm. So when did you start? This started just last week, right?
Just last week. It's through the PGA of America.
Uh-huh.
So what has to happen is you have to have 4 teams to constitute having your own league.
Okay.
And so to have 4 teams, I had to get 40 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I got kids from Dodge County, Telfair and Wheeler County, Blakely County, and obviously Lawrence County, and Dodge County. Did I say Dodge County?
Yeah. That's a lot of different places and a lot of kids.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've gone around to the schools I'm trying to start something from the ground up, which,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. That's
yeah.
right. That's right. So
when I was, getting some shots earlier, I got to tell you guys, this guy, he's got it all under control here, or he can really hide it good. He's getting shirts passed out. He's trying to take care of getting the kids where they need to be and talking with the parents and take care of this problem, that problem. Like you said, you need help.
Well, I need some help, but it's the first practice, so we're getting all the kinks out. Some of the uniforms that were sent don't fit the kids, so I had to order some new uniforms that fit the kids. So the ones that didn't fit, that's what I was doing, was handing out, David, here's your shirt. So I'm trying to get the shirts look good. I think it's a big component of it. All I'm trying to do, my main goal is to facilitate some interest and create a learning environment where these kids can still play. Because in middle school and high school golf, the season is usually only 5 weeks.
Right.
Kind of runs in the spring. And some of these kids will not pick up another golf club for another 47 weeks until golf season rolls back around. So this is a great complement to the middle school and high school programs because they can filter right in.
Right.
Right in from from their high school and middle school teams, filter right into the PGA Junior League. And keep playing. Another thing is they get to wear uniforms and play with their peers. Kids love playing with their friends. They love having a uniform on. And then they got a little competition. So they're going to have 1 practice a week, 1 to 2 practices a week with 1 match a week for the next 8 weeks. And then what'll happen is we'll take 2 all-stars from each team, and then the all-stars will advance, and we'll go up to Macon and play their all-stars.
Oh, wow.
So, and if we get past that, there's opportunity here for national all-star advancement. They have a national championship. We got a long ways to go to get there because there's leagues all over the United States, and some of them have been going on for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So, we're a little behind, but I said you can't really start a fire without a spark. So I wanted to get something going, And all I'm trying to do is facilitate interest, create an environment where the kids will thrive in. And, who knows, one day maybe we'll have it's a dream, but you got to start somewhere. We might have a future Masters champion out here.
Yeah, it's always really
just
hard
like
to
Bubba
get
Watson.
started. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, Bubba Watson's from Baghdad, Florida. I have no idea where that's at. But so, hopefully it is hard to get something started. But once I get this started, maybe it'll spread. We'll create a fire. We'll start a spark, create a fire, and maybe next year we'll have 80 kids. But I'd love to see a U.S. Open champion or a Masters champion come out of this county or come from the surrounding counties. What a great testimony that'd be to what we're trying to do here. So,
they're going to go, who was that instructed? That was Dean. He did that.
That's right. So, and that's what we're doing. And it's a friendly, this is more of an introductory thing we're doing here. So you don't have to we take all skill levels.
Right.
And
I was going to ask, what are the levels of skills that we have with these kids?
Well, we take all skill levels because what we do is, in golf terminology, we play a two-man scramble.
Right.
So what a two-man scramble is you and I team up against another two. We got our red jerseys on. They got their blue jerseys, and we're playing them. And I hit it in the woods, and you hit it down the fairway. Yeah. I would take your.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I would take your.
You don't know me.
I don't know if you play golf, but we would take your ball.
Okay.
So I'd go get my ball out of the woods and come to your ball, and then we have two tries at everything. So it creates a nice environment where there's not too much pressure.
Yes.
Because usually golf is so individualistic that you only play your own ball out, and the kids feel a lot of pressure. And I don't want the kids to feel pressure because a lot of these kids here are beginners. We do have some intermediate players, and we do have some experts.
Yeah.
So we have all skill levels. But what you can do is you can pair up a beginner with a kid that's pretty good. And that kid can kind of mentor that kid.
Exactly, and also pick up some pointers and improve while they're doing, a tournament.
That's correct. So, and then we facilitate a good learning environment where these kids are getting better, and there's not a lot of pressure on them. And then who knows, when the high school season rolls back around, the coaches are going to be going, wow.
Right.
You guys are pretty good. What have y'all been doing? Well, we've been playing in the Middle Georgia Junior Golf League, which is part of the PGA Junior Golf League. This is all run through the PGA of America.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
That sounds so big and official.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, it's exciting stuff, and I'm just, I'm thrilled that I got 42 kids, and I had to, because the PGA of America office said that's unheard of.
Right.
That you got this many kids, and
awesome.
starting, and it's hard. It is hard starting something from the ground up. I'm trying to get all the kinks worked out.
Yeah.
But we have our own team. The PGA provides us the jerseys. The kids get golf balls. They get jerseys. They get bag tags that say PGA Junior League on them.
And they get such a learning experience. Yes.
And they're going to get instruction with a Class A golf professional.
Right. Oh yes, definitely.
And so you're getting instruction. You're getting a match. You're getting competition, instruction. You're getting to play with your friends. Getting to wear a uniform. We're going to have a league champion out of this, and at the end of this, we're going to go 8 weeks, and each team's going to play each other twice, and we'll have a league champion, and we're going to have a big dinner and an award ceremony when this is over with. We're going to do that regardless, and then at that award ceremony, we're going to pick our all-stars, and then we'll take 8 all-stars from this area, and we'll start traveling and go as far as we can.
That's wonderful.
So.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and so and hopefully, I'm really excited.
And I could tell it's just radiating off of you.
I have a passion for this, and I should have done this 3 years ago. I finally, put my ideas into action, and so. I'm really excited, and I'm surprised. I'm tickled to death. We got 42 kids.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be really great. But we're going to go for a break right now. But when we come back, we're going to learn more about who Jack Dean is. So stay with us. You're watching Around Town. back, everyone, to Around Town here at beautiful Green Acres, and I have with me Jack Dean. Now, Jack, we talked about the Junior Golf Pro that you have going on here, the league, but we want to know more about Jack. Because we don't know Jack.
Well, I'm a Class A PGA golf professional. I got elected to the PGA of America in 2003. I went to school at Georgia Southern University. I was raised in Augusta, Georgia. Born in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, raised in Augusta, Georgia. That's where I learned how to play golf, home of the Masters. And then I went to school at Georgia Southern. And when I left school, I moved to Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Okay.
And I got in the golf business in the mid-'90s in South Carolina. I worked at some really nice golf facilities there. Started my career at Country Club at Hilton Head. And then I progressed to Old Carolina. And then I went from Old Carolina to Belfair. And then from Belfair to Sea Pines Country Club.
Wow, you've been all over the place.
Well, so yeah, I spent 3 or 4 years there, and at Belfair and Sea Pines, I was the director of all instructional programs. So I ran a lot of junior camps, and my passion, as I went through the golf business, my passion's always been teaching.
Right.
I want to teach. There's a lot of things, golf professional things that they do that people don't understand. One of the things they do is they run a business. Golf is a big business.
Big money making business.
Yeah, it's a big money making business, and I can do that stuff. And my passion it lies with teaching. I love getting somebody to try to hit a golf ball better.
Yeah.
And so my passion through the process when I became the director of instruction at Belfair and then went on to Sea Pines, I enjoy teaching adults too, but I really enjoy teaching kids. And so that's I kind of progressed. I got out of college and pursued a career in the PGA of America. When people don't realize I'm a Class A golf professional, basically I have a degree in golf. I did go to college and get a degree.
That's like a dream.
Yeah,
that's like a dream right there.
And then I did go to college to get a degree, and then I got a degree in golf. And now some of these colleges, they offer a PGM program, professional golf management program, that you can tie in with a business degree. The 3 schools off the hand that I can remember that started that was Ferris State in Michigan, Mississippi State, and there's another program in North Carolina. But now I think Penn State was one of the original ones. Okay. But now there's schools all over that offer a PGM management degree, and you tie it in with a business degree, and you kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, it's like magic right there.
So I wish I'd have had that when I'm a little older. I wish I'd have had that when I went to school. I went to Georgia Southern. They didn't have that. They didn't have a PGM program there, and I don't think they do now either. But they came out with this where you can get a college degree and your PGA license. So I had to get a college degree, and then I spent another 3 or 4 years pursuing. When I realized, hey, I want to be a golf professional, I pursued my Class A membership to the PGA, and I got elected in 2003. Now, in order to keep that license, you have to pay your dues. Our dues are actually due this month. You have to pay your dues to stay in the association.
Okay.
And you have to get continuing education points. I actually get continuing education points. I forgot for doing this.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Right.
So and that's kind of been my path. I went into the golf business thinking I was going to wanted to be a director of golf or head golf professional, and I've been there. And then I found out that what I really love to do is to teach golf. Yeah. So I like being out here, and I like to be a good influence on the kids. And so that's the avenue I've taken is teaching golf.
Yes.
And I used to be the head golf professional at Dublin Country Club.
Okay.
That's what brought me to Dublin, and I was there for a little over a year. And I actually used to be the head golf professional out here at Green Acres.
Okay. So I hear you have a daughter, a little girl?
I have 2 little girls.
Oh, really?
I have a girl that just turned 7. Her name's Peyton. She turned 7 May 3rd, and I have my other girl, my oldest, Caitlin. She will turn 12 in August.
Oh, wow.
So it's they grow up fast.
They do.
So I have a wife. My wife, Kelly, is Kelly Dean. She's the assistant principal at the primary school in East Lawrence. She used to work for the Board of Education, and back in January she got promoted to the assistant principal position over in at East Lawrence Primary.
So you both are really involved with children.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. We try to be a good influence on the kids, and I think golf is a great sport for them, especially if they're interested. You keep them busy, keep them out of trouble. Yeah. It's time consuming. It is a very hard game.
You gotta have patience for it.
You gotta have patience. Right. That's right. And so, I'm looking forward to the 42 kids we got. I'm looking forward to teaching them, and golf's a lot like life. So you got to you can play 4 hours. You play 4 hours of golf with someone, you'll know them.
Yes.
It's a lot like life because you have a lot of obstacles out there. You got bunkers, you got water, so you can tell a lot about somebody when things aren't going so well.
Right, how they handle it.
That's
exactly.
right. So
yeah. So tell me about the kids that we have here today.
The kids we have here today, we're at Green Acres, and the kids we have here today, like I said before, we had 42 kids, and I tried to split them up geographically so the parents wouldn't have to drive as far.
Right.
I really didn't want to make this a school thing, but when you split kids up geographically, most of the kids, if they live in the same area, they usually go to the same school. Right. So, because they've already done the school thing, so I didn't really want to make it a school thing. Matter of fact, I switched up all the colors of the shirts because I didn't even want the colors of Green Acres 1. All the kids go to West Lawrence Middle School. They're wearing red shirts.
Right.
Or excuse me, Green Acres 2 is wearing red shirts, and their color's blue. I just didn't want to. I don't want it to be a school thing, but
because it's summer.
It's summer, but I want some of the kids from the surrounding. I want them to get to know each other.
Yeah, that's good.
And so after 8 weeks of competition and practice, they're going to get to know each other. And so, but the kids I have here today, we're at Green Acres. We're having practice for Green Acres 1 and Green Acres 2.
Okay.
We had 22 kids sign up that go to West Lawrence Middle School or even some of them might be even in high school.
Wow, so that's more than half of.
That's 4.5 what I had. So I had to make, like I said, 10 kids constitutes a team. So I had to make 2 teams out here.
Right.
And Green Acres has been fantastic in supporting this.
Yeah.
I do want to give a shout out to them. The golf courses have been fantastic. Riverview, fantastic.
Yes, I've been out there, and they're in here too, and it is very, very nice here. And you know what? I think they gave us good weather here today too.
They did. They did. I had my kickoff last week. We just kind of had a gathering where I handed out the uniforms and went over the rules and how the league operates and what the format's going to be and I had all these outdoor activities planned, but we got washed out. A huge storm came, and we had to go inside.
Oh,
so, but the weather today has been fantastic. We've been blessed with the weather today, and I got about 22 kids out here.
Yeah.
They're playing behind us here. Some are all here on number 1, and some are on 18. And I'm having them practice the format. Tomorrow we start our matches.
Wow, yeah.
Actually, tomorrow Green Acres 1 plays Green Acres 2. Here at Green Acres, so these kids are going to be playing each other.
Right.
And then
you know what? This is really great because they'll probably even watch them and kind of get to know them and go, okay, well that one hits that way or this way. And
yeah, they'll start knowing each other, and you'll kind of know who's exceeding or who's doing well because you play for these things called flags. I have these little stickers. They're actually in my truck, and they're like when a football player makes a good play. They stick stickers on their helmets.
Yes.
Well, these little stickers are flags. When kids win points, they put them on their bag tags or their golf bag.
Oh, that's great.
So when you see a kid that has a lot of stickers on their golf bag, hey.
Got to watch out for that one.
That's right. This kid's pretty good, and we're going to have to play really well to beat this team. But tomorrow it's going to be funny because all these kids, most of them, because I didn't want it to be a school thing, but I did it by geographic region. They all went to West Lawrence Middle, most of them, and some maybe to West Lawrence High. What's going to happen is it's going to be kind of a grudge match tomorrow. Because when I split them up, I try to do it by skill level. Okay, this is a good player. I put him over here. Good player over here. Because I had 22 from Green Acres. So I split it up kind of by skill level. So when they pair up tomorrow, it's going to be pretty tight. It's going to be pretty tight.
Yeah.
It's going to be the match is going to be pretty even. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it works out tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to chat with the kids, but before we do, can you, you said you need some help. Why don't you guys, give this guy a call and come on out and help him out. Tell us who you're looking for and how they can get in touch with you.
Well, what I really need is I need an assistant coach. I did have somebody in place, but they couldn't make it. I just found out today, so now I'm kind of scrambling. But I do need an assistant coach because it's me and 42 kids, and I'm trying to be the coach of. I'm traveling around to all the practices, but when we get out here and practice, I don't want this to be, for a lack of a better term, babysitting. I really want the kids to get some instruction.
Yes. Learning.
And I'm willing to pay somebody, and what I'm looking for is somebody who has either experience in golf. You don't have to be a golf professional. I mean, that'd be an added bonus, but somebody who's a pretty good player, knows the golf swing, is good with kids, and I could use them to help me run practice.
Right, yeah.
So these kids get attention. I don't like going more than 5 students per coach. Mm-hmm. Right now, I had 12 kids out here.
And it was just you.
And it was just me.
Right.
So I can't get to everybody in the amount of time we have to practice. So I'm looking for anybody that, like I said, is a good player, good with kids, has some experience in golf, knows something about the golf swing. I mean, you don't have to be Butch Harmon or David Ledbetter, but maybe know some basics about the golf swing, because these kids most of them are beginners. Yeah. If you played golf before, you have some experience in golf. You know how to grip the club. You know how to set up to the ball and where to play the ball. And I need somebody that could help me run. I want to be efficient in my practice. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to be, I'm going to need some help.
Right. Yeah.
So I can be more efficient and the kids get attention. So if somebody's interested, I really don't want them. The best way to get a hold of me is through my email address.
Right, because you don't, like you said, there's no service right here for you.
Yeah,
so you definitely want to get in touch with somebody who's wanting to help out.
Yeah. So if you're interested in this and you think, shoot me an email. It's tjdean@pga.com. My first name's Thomas Jackson. I go by Jack though, but. So it's tjdean@pga.com.
All right.
It's through the PGA of America, my website, my webpage, or my email. So.
All right. Well, I think these kids are going to really benefit from having you as their instructor, and I think they're just going to have a really great time, a good summer learning experience with golf. And I appreciate you talking with me.
Hey, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it and showing interest, because hopefully, that's all I'm trying to do is start get a spark going here. And hopefully, who knows, we might create some champions out of here.
I think so. Thanks again.
Hey, thank you.
All right, I have Devin Jackson here with me, one of the junior pro golfers. And you're wearing the uniform you guys are going to be wearing when you have your tournament, right?
Yeah.
It fits pretty good. Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, how long have you been golfing?
I've been golfing since I was about 5.
Since about 5. And how old are you now?
11.
11. Golly, that's a long time. So what made you decide to pick up the golf clubs and start playing?
My grandma has always played golf, and she's the one who taught me how.
Wow. And usually when you hear, ask a story like that, they'll say, well, my dad, he played golf. So this is great. So it was your grandma that got you inspired. And does she still golf with you?
Yeah.
Yeah? And do you beat her?
No, she beats me still.
She still beats you. And that's why you're here, so you can learn what you can to beat your grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you had Coach here helping you out?
I don't know.
Was he working with you last year?
No. Jack or...
Yeah.
Oh, no, he just started helping me.
Yeah. So you started working with him this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, what have you learned so far that you didn't know before?
I've learned to slow it down and not try to hit it that fast. Mm-hmm. And I've learned to take it back farther instead of...
So why do you like golf so much? You obviously like it. You've been doing it for 6 years now.
It's just a good game, beautiful scenery and all that.
Yeah. And do you like to just go year-round, or is there a time of year you like to golf?
Year-round.
Yeah, all right. Rain, snow, sleet, or hail, you're out here golfing, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. All right, well, good luck, and I hope you beat your grandma. Thank you. I have another junior pro golfer here with me. This is Garrett Ammerman. And Garrett, I know that you've been golfing for a long time now, even in your front yard, just hitting the balls around. What made you decide to have Coach Dean come out and help you?
Well, I've been taking lessons from him, and he's really good. And I mean, he's just helped me so much, and he's lowered my score. And I feel like he's the right thing. It's the right thing to do. So,
do you feel like you're prepared for the tournament?
I don't know yet. Probably not yet, but I probably will be once it comes around.
Right. So, what do you feel like you have to work on the most when you come out here?
Probably my grip and my drive.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have my grip right, then my whole swing is going to go different.
Yeah. Which way do you seem to hit the ball?
More left. I usually pull it most of the time, but sometimes I pull it, but most of the time I try to. It's probably straight.
Yeah. So when just a second. Okay, we're gonna edit that out. Cut that little piece right there. Okay. So when you go golfing, who do you normally like to go golfing with?
Well, my friends. I'll meet my friends out here, and then my brother will take me, and all my buddies. I'll just call them off my phone and tell them to meet me at the golf course. Get my parents to take me out there, and then just my mom and my dad. They bring me out here.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the future concerning golf?
I don't know. Baseball is usually what I've played, and when baseball's not around, it's usually golf. Just something for fun, and I'm really starting to take it serious. So.
Okay, now I have to ask, when you're gripping the bat, you got a certain way you grip the bat. Let me see the bat grip. Okay, so when you grip the golf club, let me see that grip. Do you sometimes accidentally grip one or the other the wrong way?
No, well, when I'm playing golf, I just try to think most of the time grip. So that usually when my grip's right, everything else goes right.
Right. Now I have Reese Woodard with me. And Reese, how long have you been golfing?
About 5 years.
Yeah. Why do you like golf so much? It's so hot out here.
Well, it's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you something to do.
Yeah. Keeps you busy, right? Mm-hmm. Especially keeps you out of trouble.
Mm-hmm. So if your parents tell you, if you're really mad and you want to whack something, you can play golf.
There you go. Yeah, because you want to definitely be able to hit it hard. But can you control that? And, when you're putting, can you control? Mm-hmm. Yeah. How good are you?
I'm a decent player.
Yeah? So what's your average?
What do you mean by that?
Like when you're here at Green Acres, what do you normally play?
Are you asking for 9 holes or 18?
See, I'm not a golfer, so let me say 9 holes. What do you normally score with 9 holes?
Mid-40s.
Mid-40s. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you think is the thing that you really need to concentrate on improving to do a good job when you guys have your tournament?
Keep focused, whack some golf balls, and keep your head down.
Yeah. I think you can do that, especially since you got Coach Dean over here helping you out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've known Jack ever since he was the first person I went to play golf with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you've gotten some tips from, like, way, way back when, right?
Hmm.
What do you think that you've really gotten the most from Jack Dean?
A sense of humor, know how to play the golf fun, know how to play the game fun, mm-hmm. and being good to other people.
Well, that's good. So you don't lose control out there. You don't lose your anger and break your clubs, mm-hmm. or that's good.
That's one of the reasons I made golf in 6th grade, because Coach Taylor saw I was one of the only people who actually didn't break out and go.
Oh, that's good. Now I have Allison Wallace here with me, one of 2 girls on this team you were telling me. What's the pressure like with that?
I don't know. It's not that much of pressure, I guess. I mean, most of the time he'll set me up with Emma, and there's been one girl on each team, but he knows me and Emma have golfed with each other throughout the whole season, mm-hmm. so he has set us up to play the same team. He calls us the dynamic duo, but I don't really.
Sweet. That's nice. That's a good name to hold.
Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, she's been one of my best friends, and she started golfing with me, and we golf sometimes, and it's weird not golfing without her. I mean, it's weird golfing without her.
Right. So when you're out here and you're golfing, what's the one thing that you got to keep remembering, that you keep telling yourself?
There's not just one thing.
It all got a list of things, right?
It's mainly several things. If I'm having a bad day, sometimes it'll be my putting or something I need to do with my lining up or the way I'm gripping the ball, the club, or who knows. Right. There's always a bunch of different things.
Yeah. So do you, when you hit, do you normally, hit it to the left or right or?
I don't really have a certain way I hit it. It all depends on my day, basically.
Yeah. So when you're having a good day, it's straight down the middle, right?
Mm-hmm. It will. Occasionally I'll have, every match or every time I play, I'm going to have a few bad shots, but I'm not going to have perfect shots the whole way through.
Right. So when you joined up with Coach Dean, what made you, keep bringing you back? What kind of things is he teaching you to help you out?
Well, it's not just certain things. It's just the way that he's helping me as I'm going on and keeping me going. And, golf's going to be a big thing in my life, and I want to keep going with that, and I just want to keep progressing as I go on.
So you see yourself going pretty far with golf?
Well, it's not that I have a certain stage I want to go, and, I want to go and play in college if I can. Mm-hmm. And that's just, I don't say I want to go play and be a pro or go anywhere else. I just want to keep playing golf throughout my life.
Are you hoping to get a college scholarship?
I would like one, but there's no guarantees that I will get one or I won't get one. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. Well, I know you're really talented, and I think you're going to do a really good job in the tournament. I have a parent out here. This is Tim Amerson, and your son's name is
Caleb Amerson.
All right. So I noticed that you're not just a parent that's watching. You're actually involved in your coaching, helping out.
Well, Jack's helper he didn't show up. I think he might have quit on him, and he asked me to fill in for him until he gets some more help. He's very busy, got 2 practices, and his golf camps are really great. Caleb's been practicing with golf ever since Jack started his first camp after he came back here, and he's really just been a great coach for him. Yeah.
And so tell me about your son. How long has he been a golfer?
Caleb has been golfing since he was 7. Mm-hmm. He's been golfing since he was 7, and like I say, the first year he really showed interest in it. Jack was actually the coach for the camp. I forget the name of the camp, but he was the coach, and he's loved it ever since.
That's great, and it's also great that he's sticking to it, and he's coming up to here with now. Let's show off that shirt. He's a little shy, but he might play good, but he's shy. So when you guys aren't here with Coach Dean, what do you do to help your son improve his golf game?
Well, we got markers in the yard. We're lucky enough to have a big enough yard to where we got 150, 185, and even 200. So we get out in the yard and we hit quite a few balls at the house.
Right.
So we're
always away from the house.
Always practicing. Always practicing.
Right. And so how did he get involved in golf?
Well, I don't know, Caleb. You want to come tell us how you got involved in golf?
There's no way, Dad.
Well,
I'm a golfer.
We had a little golf course by our house, and it was what we called a cow pasture golf course, and I learned to play at a young age with a neighborhood friend, and we would spend the summers walking the course, and I showed a lot of interest in it real young, and when I wound up getting a job at Robins Air Force Base, I had a lot of friends that played golf, so I played, and I guess he picked it up from me, so he's enjoyed it ever since he first put a club in his hand. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what do you feel his future is in golf?
That's up to him. I hope he continues to practice. He loves it. He's out here most of the days in the summertime, and he really works hard at it. And it's a challenging game, but he works hard at it, and that'll be up to him. Yeah.
Well, I've seen him do a few swings, and he's got a pretty powerful swing. But how's his putt?
Well, his putting, it's getting better. Yeah. It's getting better. The more you putt, the more you're on the course, the better you get at everything. So his putting's improving, and we're working on right now, since he's going to high school, he's going to be hitting from the gold tees, and he's a little worried about that because he's a 9th grader hitting from the gold tees. So we're practicing on the distance a little bit on his driver, and I think he'll be ready for high school next year. Yeah.